What's up, ghosties? Welcome to today's video and welcome to the first video of Slender Week. This is the first video of 3, all surrounding the Slender Man. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the Slender Man, kind of how my views have changed a bit on Slender Man, and a recent sighting of Slender Man here in California. Then on Friday we're going to do a mirror ritual to try and summon Slender Man. And then Sunday we're going to be out in the woods trying to contact Slender Man through yet another ritual. So I hope you guys are as excited for these videos as I am. And that being said, let's talk about Slender Man. Slender Man comes from a creepypasta that started in the early 2000s, and since his introduction to pop culture, he has just kind of like taken off. I don't know anyone who doesn't know who Slender Man is or has at least heard of Slender Man. So in the past, I know I've been very skeptical of mythological creatures and creepypastas like Slender Man and what's his name? The one with the creepy eyes. You guys know what I'm talking about? Oh, why can't I think of it? Killer something? What's his name? Killed? Jack Killed? Jack the Killer. Oh my god. So creepypasta characters like Slender Man and Jack the Killer, is that his name? I feel like it's wrong. Whatever. I'd never really put much stock into these characters and believing that they are real, but recently I started thinking a little bit more and my views kind of have changed or shifted a little bit. Now I'm going to say right now, this is not saying that I 100% believe that Slender Man is real. I'm just saying that I think there is a bigger possibility that people's experiences could be true. So what kind of made me change my viewpoint a little bit on Slender Man are things called tulpas. And if you don't know what a tulpa is, it's a creature or monster that is created from the thoughts of people. So like when a mass amount of people believe in something or fear something or have nightmares about something, a creature of some sort can actually be created from that energy. And I think that's what happened with Slender Man. I think once that creepypasta came out and so many people started reading it and believing in this character and having nightmares about him, I think all that energy could have somehow manifested this character. Does that make sense at all, or do I sound crazy? Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that 100% Slender Man is real. I'm just saying that I think people's experiences are real. Now whether it be that the Slender Man is actually presenting himself or these people are having some sort of delusion, I'm not sure, but I think when people are experiencing him, they are truly experiencing it. The experience that I'm going to tell you about tonight happened in California, and that's why I wanted to tell it to you, because it comes from, you know, where I live, and I love reading about creepy stories and legends surrounding the place that I live. That's why I go to all these different creepy places to experience them. So this sighting of Slender Man happened in California. A man was driving his car home one night, and instead of taking the freeway, he decided that he was going to take the back roads instead. As he was driving down the back roads, he noticed that the roads started to get more and more narrow as he drove on. And then at one point, his radio started to kind of fade in and out, and you could hear the static getting a little bit louder, and it started to lose signal. Of course, the man started to get a little bit freaked out, and he thought, you know what, I'm going to turn around, I'm just going to get back on the highway instead of taking these roads. So he did kind of like a U-turn, but didn't turn all around, and as he had his car turned, he noticed that there was a man standing off in the distance. As he described the man, it sounds very much like Slender Man. He says that it was a very tall, thin man with no face and wearing a suit and tie. As he started to stare longer at this figure, a voice popped in his head, and it just kept repeating over and over, "Kill him." It was something outside of him trying to pressure this man to kill whatever was standing in front of him. He describes the voices as getting louder and louder and louder until he couldn't take it anymore. He hit the gas as hard as he could, and he drove in the opposite direction of the man. And as he started to get further away, he says that the radio started to come back on, almost like whatever was interrupting the signal had disappeared. After hearing this encounter, do you think it was Slender Man that this man encountered that night? Again, he claims that this man had no face and that he was 8 or 9 feet tall. I'm curious if any of you have any encounters like this in the state or town that you live in. Have you heard of somebody experiencing Slender Man like this gentleman did? Do you guys believe in Slender Man? Do you think he is real? Do you think that somehow a creature can be manifested from the energy put out there by a mass amount of people? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Remember, on Friday we're doing a ritual to try and contact Slender Man, and then on Sunday we're going into the woods to try and contact him. I think the one in the woods is going to be awesome because that's where he supposedly lives. Supposedly? I don't know how to speak English. But I really do think that the ritual in the woods is going to be a lot of fun and super spooky. Do I really think that I'm going to contact Slender Man? I don't think so, but you never know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure and give it a like, and if you haven't already, make sure and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video.